Hello and welcome to my channel Celebrity Matrix. Today's video is how a billionaire pretends to be paralyzed to test his fiancée and she left him for maid. Maxwell Gray was one of the richest men in the world. He owned skyscrapers, airplanes, and even a private island. At 30 years old, he had everything money could buy, except true love. Maxwell had just gotten engaged to a beautiful woman named Lila Hart. She was kind, smart, and always smiled. Everyone thought they were the perfect couple, but Maxwell wasn't sure. He worried that Lila loved his money more than she loved him. So Maxwell came up with a strange idea. He decided to pretend he was paralyzed in an accident. He wanted to see if Lila would stay by his side, or if she would leave him once he couldn't give her expensive gifts or take her to fancy parties. He hired actors to play doctors and nurses. He made fake news reports about his accident. Then he called Lila and told her he had been hurt and couldn't walk anymore. When Lila arrived at his mansion, she ran to his wheelchair and hugged him tightly. "I'm so sorry, Max," she whispered. "I'll stay with you forever." At first everything seemed okay. Lila stayed in the mansion and helped care for him. But soon things changed. She started complaining about the simple meals, the quiet evenings, and the lack of shopping trips. She asked Maxwell when he would be able to walk again, not because she cared about his health, but because she missed their rich lifestyle. One day, she said, "Max, I can't live like this forever. I thought we'd be married and living in luxury, not stuck in this big house like prisoners." That night, Maxwell saw her texting someone on her phone. He peeked over and saw she was talking to another man, one of his old friends who still lived a wild, rich life. The next morning, Lila packed her bags. "I'm leaving, Max. I'm sorry, but I can't do this." Maxwell didn't stop her. He just nodded and watched as she walked out the door. After she left, Maxwell stood up from his wheelchair. His legs were strong. There was nothing wrong with him. He had faked everything. He felt sad. He had hoped Lila truly loved him. But now he knew the truth. To keep up the act, Maxwell decided to hire a new caretaker. He placed an ad looking for a full-time nurse and housekeeper. Soon, a young woman named Clara Bennett showed up for the job. She was plain-looking, around 25 years old, and wore no makeup. She spoke softly and asked only one question: "Do you need someone who cares about your well-being or just someone to clean and cook?" "I need someone who really cares," Maxwell said. Clara nodded. "Then I'm your girl." She moved into the mansion the next day. She cooked healthy meals, cleaned the house, and never complained about the silence or the lack of luxury. She read books to Maxwell, played chess with him, and sometimes just sat quietly beside him. One evening, she said, "You know it's okay to feel down, but don't let sadness make you forget that life is still worth living." Maxwell looked at her. "What if I told you I wasn't really paralyzed?" Clara smiled. "Then I'd say you've been pretending for a reason. And maybe you're finally ready to stop hiding." He was shocked. "You knew?" "I suspected," she said. "You move too perfectly for someone who can't walk, and your eyes, they don't look like someone who's broken. They look like someone who's testing people." Maxwell was speechless. No one had ever seen through him before. "Why did you stay?" he asked. "Because whether you're rich or poor, paralyzed or not, everyone deserves kindness," Clara said. "And I didn't come here for money. I came here to help someone who needed it." Maxwell stood up slowly from his chair and walked across the room. For the first time since his plan began, he felt ashamed. "I used to think love was something you could buy or test," he said. "But now I see that real love doesn't care about money, or looks or power. It just cares." Clara smiled. "That's right." From that day on, Maxwell changed. He sold most of his companies and donated the money to hospitals and schools. He kept the mansion but lived simply. Clara stayed on as his friend and advisor, helping him make better choices. Lila heard about what happened later. She tried to call Maxwell, but he never answered. She realized she had lost something real because she valued something fake. As for Clara and Maxwell, they built a new life together. Not based on wealth or lies, but on honesty, respect, and real love. And that was more valuable than all the money in the world. If you enjoy this videos, Kindly like and share this video as it will help my channel grow and encourage me to make more stories for you. Thanks for watching.